So guys, we are going to watch ACHERON gameplay footage because Honkai Star Rail gave some creators early access to the patch, and now we are going to watch. What are we going to watch? I win to lose gaming, and we are going to review the ACHERON and if she's broken or not. She's going to be idle on 0, but she will have the weapons put in position 1. So let's get to watch it, guys, and let's see what it is.
Devs have their ears peeled wide open and have been listening to everyone's feedback like always. And so they decided to make a creator experience server. Name is being workshopped still. For some of us creators to experience uploads or redistribution from the Star Rail character from the creator experience server.
So they say any re-uploads or redistribution from the creator experience server is at risk of copyright strike. But I think why would it be, guys? Why would it be at risk? Because we are just sharing the information and saying the opinions. Because what this guy made or what this guy made is maybe it's not applying to me, right? It's applying to you, to somebody else, but not to me and somebody else, right? So why would it be? This is just weird shit. They have some privileges. Who cares, right? So fuck him. Uh, I think any anyone should be able to make these videos, right? They should get 1 week, whatever, if they apply to for a bet or whatever, and if they play so many hours or whatever. So let's watch it. This doesn't matter. This is bullshit.
Is at risk. Star Rail character is about to drop. Well, I drop my tushy on the cushy and make a guide video at a leisurely pace. But once I heard about this, I immediately rolled my butt out of bed because this is hype. Not only is it exclusive early access creator experience server footage, name pending, but it's of the #1 Hersher of Thunder LARPer, ACHERON. This creator experience server, name pending, gave me access to use her with whatever characters I wanted to test her out with, and to show you all what ACHERON is capable of. As such, I did just that, and ignored my usual busy day at the office, untangling headphone wires, trying to remember if I watered the plants at home, and talking about work-appropriate topics, like the weather. Instead of the usual corporate slog, I decided to engage in the degeneracy that is Honkai Star Rail. She's even got a belly button. Sorry, Silverwolf, you're not allowed to have one. And the single most important part of ACHERON which makes her an instant pull for me is that we have another top-tier armpit waifu. Every single slow-mo phase of her.
I mean, that is a good reason to pull for her, but you know, if you are playing for the power, I guess.
Ultimate has a different, even spicier angle of those pits. ACHERON is truly power creeping the most important meta in Honkai Star Rail, the armpit meta.
The armpit meta is weird, guys. That's fun.
So now let's talk about the next most important meta, the combat meta. ACHERON creates another new playstyle in Honkai Star Rail, where she enjoys being paired with other Nihility characters, especially those that apply damage amplifying debuffs on the enemies. Throughout this video, my ACHERON is at Eidolon 0 with her signature light cone as superimposition.
Okay, so basically, what I've seen, only her weapon is very good on her. The other weapons are not that good, so you should take in consideration pulling for her weapon, light cone.
Position 1. Full builds will be at the end of the video, so you'll have an idea as to what is needed to achieve the results that I managed here. Memory of Chaos 12 was recently added and is notoriously difficult. And, well, that fact hasn't changed in the slightest. Fortunately though, with a well-built E0S1 Acheron, simply completing MOC 12 isn't an issue of it being difficult anymore, it's an issue of whether or not she can zero cycle it. This is the first team I decided to try for a zero cycle Memory of Chaos 12 clear. What's really nifty about this team is that it utilizes 2 debuffers on Acheron's team. Since Acheron, whether at Eidolon 0 or 1, really enjoys being with 2 other Nihility characters for her juicy passive. On top of that, when an ally applies 1 or more debuff during their action, Acheron will gain 1 flower petal thing. Once she has 9 of these flower petals, she can unleash her ultimate, which absolutely obliterates her enemies under her armpits, just casually doing an insane 1 million damage ultimate like it's...
So the ultimate is like 3 hits where you choose them, and the last hit is AoE for everyone.
nothing. Heck, even her skill deals non-negligible damage as well, as it just casually did over 111,000 to the remaining horsemen. Then here comes our boy Yanqing, who decided to arrest Acheron for indecent armpit exposure. But unfortunately for him, Acheron wasn't having any of that, and Yanqing gets a mega whiff of those pits, taking over 900,000 damage. Anyway, the rest of this fight is history, and I didn't even need to use her second armpit attack against Yanqing before he had enough armpits for the day for an effortless 0 cycle clear. Now you're probably
I would say it's fine.
also wondering, how is Armpiteron in pure fiction? Well, she's pretty far from stinky there as well. It took me a few more iterations than MOC 12.1 to figure out a suitable team for her, but I ended up settling with this one. Black Swan also happens to be a Nihility character and functions as a very solid AoE sub-DPS character for this team. Also, Gepard is a very solid and in fact meta choice for Acheron as well. Gepard is able to equip the trend of the universal market light cone, which has previously been scorned for how useless it's always been. But since everyone is attracted to Gepard, when they hit him, they'll get burned by his rejection and thus add a petal to Acheron. Acheron is literally gaining damage from Gepard getting damaged. Talk about a good deal. For Memory of Chaos, I ran an attack percent boots on Acheron, but for Pure Fiction, I had more success with a 134 speed Acheron, as this gives her a bunch more additional turns, and the enemies here are on average weaker than in Memory of Chaos. And needless to say, it definitely paid off. Acheron plus Black Swan managed to max point the second side of this Pure Fiction, which is a very reasonable accomplishment. So yeah, Acheron is coming soon, and she is an absolute beast of a unit with a very unique and satisfying playstyle. Frankly speaking, Honkai Star Rail just keeps impressing me with how much variety they're able to add to a turn-based game. Now we have a meta that revolves around applying debuffs to the enemy as frequently as possible. What's especially incredible about this is that Acheron's team has a ton of room to improve, and I feel like she's already competing with some already well-developed teams. Similar to how when Kafka was released, Kafka didn't really have a perfect team, but after Ron May and Black Swan, well, Kafka teams are really starting to shine. Acheron marks the first step of this new debuff spamming meta, and frankly, she's got 3 entire slots that can all be improved. We're even seeing shielders provide more offensive prowess than their abundance counterparts thanks to their various debuff applying abilities, as well as the previously terrible trend of the universal market light cone. It's great to see underutilized toolkits like this shine here. I also took the Hyper Debuffer Acheron team to visit our homie Sam in Memory of Chaos 12.2. And oh boy did Armpiteron not disappoint. Admittingly, these dot trotters are surprisingly very strong for Armpiteron despite her not being a dot character, and this run was cutting it really close. But still, this hyper debuff ACHERON team was able to zero cycle our homie Sam. This is incredibly promising and very impressive in my book, as Sam is one of the most durable enemies
let's see
we've
whatever else they say here. It's play. Whatever. Let's see the stats. Maybe they are going to. Oh, she didn't E1 it. It's fine. But you need the fucking weapon. The fucking weapon is needed. 65 and 185. Full talents. It's fine. Oh, this guy has signature weapons as well. Whatever. I think you should pull for ACHERON, especially if you have the other ones. Like Black Swan, Kafka, like I do. You know the drill. And she is going to don't care about the immunity. So lightning, wind, whatever, don't care. So pull for her if you have like 100 pulls. And you might be able to get her. E1 is not worth it, E2 might be worth it.